welcome to the weekly roundup. Division 2 time. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to our great sponsors, boys. Something's happened big on the weekend. Henley have finally dropped the game. So I'm going to ask you straight away. I know you guys aren't on that game, but that's where I'm starting. Do teams need to have the loss they need to have, or is that utter crap?
It's just crap.
It is crap, isn't it?
It's crap. I hate that. I hate that. The producer said to me the other week,
You can only be up for so long.
you know, I've got the 7th game rule. You know, whack, whack.
Well, it took him 10. Took him 10 games to lose one.
You know, but
not to Old Iggy's.
Well, we watched you weren't there. I watched Old Iggy's.
Yep.
Obviously, they've got some decent midfielders. I didn't see Jurasevic do much when I was there, but they've got the job done, I guess. Henley have, missed the boat at home. It can happen, and it has happened. It was Old Ignatians 14-13-97, Henley 8-15-63. Obviously, very slow out the blocks. For Old Ignatians, it was Jurasevic kicking 6 and was named best on ground with McNeil. For Henley, please, Wayne.
Thanks, Tom. Jessen with 2, Stewart with 2, Thulis and Jessen and Henderson in the best for the Sharks.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll bounce back. We'll get to that.
Okay, they've dropped one. It's not the end of the world.
The Sacred Heart, though, who are out of the 5, that's probably not one they really wanted to. Sort of lost to it.
Old Iggy's, you mean?
Old Iggy's.
You've looked ahead to the next game,
But Old Iggy's probably they're out of the 5, so but
yeah.
You drop one, you drop one.
Yes. We thought it might be a bit of a danger game, but Sacred Heart have just come and got the job done. It was close at half time, but the second half they've smashed them 10 goals to 1. It was Sacred Heart 18-17, 125, Broadview 5-9, 39. Best players and goal kickers for Broadview, please, Darcy.
they've got Slade and South, Baker, and individuals to a few other players there.
And who was the best players? Who were the 2 best players?
Pierce and South was in there with Papiano.
Oh, take that.
And he did score
I love it.
goals.
I love English
with Darcy Evans. It's working.
That's great.
Have you ever seen the movie Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes.
Who the hell is Jack Turton? Jack Burton. But anyway, so give us that. It's a nice little segue for the Sacred Heart. Yeah, it was Kurt Russell.
There you go. Turton kicking 4, Kikiro with 4 as well, Keane and Lava with 2, Domingo, Keane and Peak in the best for Shock.
Yeah, thanks for that. So I didn't read that name like that. I read it. So I had another vowel in there. Anyway. So Pembroke and Athelston Darts, take us through.
Yes, we got Pembroke at Athelston at the college up there on the parade, but it was Athelston over Pembroke 12-11-83 to Pembroke 8-9-57. So good with them by Athelston.
Yeah, the thing about it as well, Dust, is at half time Athelston were down by 70 points, and they just came with the thunder in the third quarter. 6 goals to 17.
Oh, sorry.
No.
So 2 goals after half time exactly. So that's where
it was 9 goals to 2, and look, they've shown us that they've got that strong midfield. They've got plenty of rotations running through there, and some pretty good footballers. Athelston looking forward. I think I'm calling Athelston and Gazer this week. Let me just have a quick look at that. We are calling Athelston and Gazer at Clemson Oval. 2 teams fighting for spots in the final in a very, very tight competition.
Athelston, Elliott with 5, Randa with 2, Durden, Elliott and Sheedy in the best for the Raggies, and for Pembroke Darts.
Mace with 3, Tim Evans held very well within just the 2 goals, so well done to Athelston. Hold him down with Thousand and Illman and Holbrook in the best players for Pembroke.
Gazer did what they needed to do on the weekend. They went to Scotch and they got the Chuckies. It was Gazer 16-9, 105. Scott 7-8, 50. A 55 will win there to Gazer, which cements a spot in the 5 that they'll be trying to protect this weekend. Tell us how it unfolded on the Gazer side, please.
Nosey.
Okay. It's a bit of a roulette kind of thing, isn't it?
You just don't know what's coming.
You are the puppeteer. Bruce and Clark with 4, Stevens kicking 2, Papa Christos and Clark and Redetti in the best for Gazer, and for Scotch Darts.
Lagonic with 2, Borchard, Locke, Young and a few others there, individuals there though, just individuals, so with Campbell, Bilby and Giles and the best players for Scotch. So no surprises there, but a very good win there to Gazer, who cements a bit of a spot for Gazer in 5th. So 1 game behind Jets in 5th spot.
Yeah, and look, the game of the round was certainly, it was Unley Mercedes and Foss Camden, and this result has meant Unley Mercedes have dropped right out down to 6th spot. The final result, find another power source, got it. The final result was Unley Mercedes 13-7-85, Foss Camden 13-12-90, but I tell you what, the third quarter, 6 goals to 1, Unley Mercedes. It looked like they were going to run over the top of Foss, but it wasn't to be, was it?
It wasn't to be, no. And for Foss, Ruwalt with 3, Hill with 3, Jacker kicking 2, Ruwalt, Reevely and Hill in the best for Foss. And from Unley Mercedes there, Dust?
Yeah, we got Walk with 3, McConnell with 2, and individuals, they did spread it quite around a bit there with about 6 or 7 other players, maybe 8, with Spinello, Crocker and Stewart in the best players.
And so you see that little scratchy scratch. The top 3. So Henley sit top, Foss Camden second, Athelston third, 7 and 3. They play Gazer this week in our game of the round that we're calling live. It's got a huge game shaping finals. Unley, who sit 5 and 5, they're still a very dangerous team. Sacred Heart in the middle there on 6 and 4. Just quickly looking at the goal kicking after 10 rounds, it's anyone's game. We've got 3 players on 28, Curry from Henley, Underwood from Foss, and Kakuro from Shock. And there's plenty of others that could jump in there. So what game are we starting at? We'll need to leave the game of the round as, of course, the game that we're calling live. Where are we going?
We're going to go to... I'll go then. We're going to go to Audi Arena, and it's going to be Sacred Heart versus Old Iggies.
Old Iggies coming off the huge upset of Henley last week would really fancy their chances in this 4th versus 7th battle. Tips?
Shock for me.
Big oval. Shock for me as well. Putting the fitter side, younger side, bigger oval. I think shock for me.
Yeah, I didn't. Obviously, you want to see a game when someone like Old Iggy sets up and they beat Henley. They must be in a bit of form. I guess logic says shock, but yeah, shock. I don't know. Tough one.
Maybe a shock to see.
Oh, very good.
You like that one? Down to Camden Oval, it's Foss taking on Scotch Old Collegiate.
It's 2nd versus 9th. Scotch have been good at times this year, but Foss have been very consistent and should be far too strong.
I totally agree. Foss by quite a bit.
Foss for me as well.
Pembroke sit 3 and 7 and are clinging on to a very, very minimal hope of finals. And what's more important for Pembroke at this stage is that battle with Scotch. One of them will join Broadview in the relegation battle. They must beat Broadview this week, and they'll be acutely aware.
Totally agree.
Jimmy will get them up. Pembroke for me at home. I just think at home they're a better side. So.
It means basically Broadview are running out of people they can beat, I think. They are a real chance of going 0-18 this year, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
When you're 0-10, the sample size is there to suggest that.
And look at Broadview, they've been in Div 1 for years and years and years, so one of the strongest.
I've never seen them in Div 3.
Never.
No, I can't. I honestly cannot remember. No. So.
Well, I think when they went down in I want to say 2008, I reckon. It was 2008, they went down. I think it was the first time in 30 odd years that they'd been down. So, and I remember the outrage then. Well, yeah.
Div 3, here they come.
And TJ's has died, I think.
Yeah, TJ's just died. So, down to Henley Memorial Oval, it's Henley, the Mighty Sharks, taking on Unley McKinney's Jets.
It's 1st versus 6, I still remember that kind of stuff.
Yes,
Actually, it would be a really good game. You'd have to take Henley.
They'd have to rebound.
Yeah, they'd bounce back. They'd be stinging from that.
Yeah.
At home, very hard to beat.
I think it'd be fairly close though. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any chance at all. I think Unley will be hurting for the loss last week as well. I think they'll be looking to bounce back themselves. They don't have to travel far.
Past Players Day down in the Saturday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so they'll
be a big crowd.
Big crowd for Henley.
Big crowd.
Past Players Day, so Henley for me.
And finally, the game of the round where these two fine gentlemen will be doing the live call.
Download the app, Mixlr.
Yes, the app.
Or mixlr.com.au. You can listen live. We'll be doing scores from out of grounds. It's a good game. We've had a chance to look at both these teams once this year, so I feel like we know what we're talking about a little bit. Both very good at their best, and their worst would be disappointing to them at times. They've both been able to sustain it at points. Athelston sitting 3rd, Gazer sitting 5th. I don't know, it's going to be a really good on-ball battle. Plenty of talent in the on-ball division. I'm leaning towards Gazer. At home, I think maybe Stevens, Redetti, Bioli up forward is very good. You've got the big fella in ruck, Heinze, who gives them first use. Athelston, though, also got a lot of really, really good on-ballers.
Jade Sheedy in there.
Sheedy's unbelievable footballer. Probably needs a little bit more support. Athelston do tend to play a wide game. Gazer.
Gazer for me.
Gazer for me.
Dramatic balls.
No, that was like, I know why we're taking 10 minutes a session.
Well, crispy. More crispy than my Cocoa Pops this morning.
Okay.
Make sure you join us for the live call, and thanks for joining us here every week. Thanks to all our great sponsors. Thanks to Hose for making it back from over in the corner.
Yep.
We'll be back next week.
See you later.
See you guys.